How you doing, YouTube? Matt Massive Beer Reviews. Yeah, back with a little bit of Paulaner Pils. How about that stuff? Yeah, a little bit of 4.8% Bavarian style Pilsner. And this actually comes from Paulaner. I've never had this beer. I know of. Listen, I've had to have had this beer before, but I don't remember having this beer before. So I'm kind of pumped to dive into it. Paulaner sends out these kind of emails randomly. Not randomly, actually, quite often. It's always like, hey, let's send this some beer. And, if something really piques my interest, I'm going to be like, okay, I'm on board with that. And honestly, who doesn't want a crushable little Pils? Classic brewery does classically very tasty beers. So hopefully this one shows and proves. This was canned 9. Okay, this is canned a month ago. Label-wise, it is exactly what you expect from Paulaner for their beer and their styling. And that looks like a Pils. Yeah, sweet. And I always like you get the 0.9% over a pint, kind of old school 16.9 level stuff that they're used to doing, because they used to come in those kind of format bottles. They stuck with that with the whole can thing. And yeah, I mean, as far as that beer goes, that looks like Pilsner. Soft, little, very gentle carbonation, straw-like in color. White as white could be head. We are not messing around here. Get a nose. I get a big, what is that? I almost get, there's got to be something in this glass, because this is not Pilsner. By that I mean, this added nose I'm getting is not very Pilsner-esque. I think it might be something that's on my hand or something like that. Yeah, it has to be, because it was almost like a little spicy, kind of like a cinnamon component. I don't know why I haven't eaten cinnamon in like months. Anyway. But yeah, you get this nice kind of Pilsner maltiness that's not overly sweet. There's a big melon component to this, actually, for me. I mean, that's not too off-brand for a lot of Bavarian-style kind of hopped beers they use, or can kind of bring some of those kind of melon notes with them. And it just has this soft sweetness to it that's really nice. And the ever so slight is a prickly bittering. Very, very gentle, nothing too crazy. Smells like a nice chuggable Pils. Let's dive in. Cheers. That's way more hopped aggressive than I thought it was going to be. That's very nice. It's not like a 2x4 to the face for hops, but you're talking about 4.8% Bavarian Pils. Not that it wouldn't be hoppy, but based off of the nose and based what I'm used to getting from Paulaner, it's kind of a welcome surprise. And that bitterness actually gains in strength. It's actually risen quite a bit since I actually gulped that sucker down. Really nice mouthfeel. It's not a crispy boy, but it's more traditional kind of Pilsner as far as mouthfeel goes. A little bit of malty backbone, nothing too crazy. That little bit of melony, fruity hop is still there, but it's definitely become like a third or fourth player, especially against that malt bill and the way those hops kind of come off in the bittering side of things. And really that combination of that nice, I would call it sturdy for a Pilsner kind of mouthfeel, in combination with the way those hops kind of come off and they kind of sit and they don't go anywhere and they kind of reside in a very fun way that kind of carries this bitterness over into each kind of sip. I'm not going to call it an aggressive beer, but it's probably one of the more hop-forward Pilsners I've had as of late. Now, let's put it this way. Last time I had this, I don't remember when that was, but I'm sure last time I had this was months, if not years old. That's kind of how Paulaner rolls here in the United States, just because the beer doesn't turn over all that quickly. You know, you have Paulaner USA sending this direct out to people. This being a month old, maybe that a little bit more of aggressive hopping, something they do on purpose so the beer stays a little bit more kind of shelf stable over time. I don't know. I'll have to just fly over to Austria and drink a bunch of Paulaner on draft at the brewery to get to the bottom of that one. I'll do that after COVID. Hopefully after COVID in this country still exists after COVID. Anyway, but yeah, I like it. I think it's fun. It's way more aggressive bittering wise than I would expect it to be, but it's not necessarily a bad thing. I like that little bit of oomph. I like that little bit of extra dollop of funness on top of it. And a really fun and drinkable package. It's session beer. In all respects, it is. I think that little bit of heft in the malt bill and that little bit of extra bittering, this might weigh a little bit heavier on the palate to where, once you got past 2 or 3 of these, you might be like, let's switch it up a little bit. But it's a good chugger nonetheless. Is it one of the better Pilsners I've had as of late? Let's answer that question, for me at least. Yeah, Is it Mount Rushmore status? No, but it's definitely up there. Value and availability? Don't know. It's Paulaner. Probably comes in 6-pack cans like this for hopefully less than 11, 12 bucks and leave you with, if you like what we like this beer, if you like Pilsner, if you like it with a little pop on the hop, and you just like a really crushable, well-made beer that you probably get at almost anywhere you go with a decent price point, this is probably going to do you. So there you go. Another review in the books. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Down there if you want to talk about it. Massive Beers. If you want to check me out doing the social media stuff. Beer Massive. If you want to check me out doing the whole podcasting thing. And hopefully you guys enjoyed the review. Hopefully enjoying a little Paulaner right now. Hope we'll see you next time. Cheers.